Hey guys, it's PonkyPlays. Welcome to a Watcher of Realms video. So on today's video, I'm going to really quickly go ahead and do the extra legendary event. I was considering doing the Hatsu and Artemis summoning, but honestly, I actually thought that it was still going until today. But it's fine. I was just going to do it with Divine Summonings. I only have 4, and I'm not that far into Mercy yet. I'm only at like 6 since my last legendary, so wasn't going to be guaranteed either way. But I figured the extra legendary tends to kind of be worth it. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to pull everything, because I think I'm like 60 since my last legendary. Yeah, like 64 since my last legendary, so I might very likely need to pull everything. It just depends on how lucky I can get, so let's just go ahead and see if I can get lucky or not. Okay, so not super lucky with an early pull, but let's see what I can get. Ooh, Venoma. Okay, she's a new lord. I know her lord skill is pretty nice. I think she's an alright champion. She's definitely not considered the most strong lord. But I think she sounds pretty cool. Let's see what my extra one's gonna be. Okay. Okay. Ooh, Edith. That's pretty nice. I know she's really, really good in certain areas, especially Gear Raid, or Gear Dungeon too. I know she's really good with her pushback, and I'm pretty sure in other different areas as well. So I'll definitely have to test her out, because I do struggle in Gear Dungeon too. So at the very least, if she helps there, that'll be great. That's pretty nice though, 2 new champions. Okay. Don't mind that at all. Well, let me, I guess, really quickly go through the champions I just got so that I can get them in my roster, and then I'll go through their kits for those of you that don't know their kits, and then we'll call it a day. Okay guys, so I'm gonna really quickly read through their kits for those of you that don't know them, because I don't really know their kits that well either. I'll start out with Edith, I think. So she is a watch guard, yes. Defender. Her promotion, since I don't have her fully promoted right now, let's see. So her talent will be enhanced at promotion 5. All damage dealt scales off of defense, which is awesome. When deployed, immediately gains 2 stacks of Equine Aegis. When taking damage, consumes 1 stack of Equine Aegis to reduce this damage by 30%. So she starts out immediately with 2 and consumes 1 each time she takes damage. Each stack of Equine Aegis owned increases damage dealt and healing received by 10%. So more damage she deals and more healing she receives. Okay, the hero can have up to 5. That's not bad. Interesting. Okay, so then her skills. She has 2 ahead of her. Deals 100% damage to one enemy, 120 when booked or skilled up. And she's a physical attacker. Her ultimate goes 4 ahead of her. Dauntless Charge. When the skill is activated, each attack deals 150, going up to 220, it seems, AoE damage to up to 8 enemies in range, lasting for 15 seconds. The first 2 basic attacks during each ultimate will knock back the enemies with 2 times strength. And it costs 600, which is actually pretty cheap. lasting for 15 seconds. That's pretty good. And then let's see. Shield recharge gains 1 stack of Egwin Aegis every 40 seconds, which goes down to 30 seconds. The first 2 basic attacks during each ultimate reduce the skill's cooldown by 1 second for every enemy hit. So she can get that reduced by a lot during her ultimate. But it's only the first 2 basic attacks that reduce the cooldown. So basically, during the ultimate, the first, or the shield recharge gets back really quickly once, and then it goes back to the normal, I would think. Still not bad. And then Warrior's Resolve. If the hero takes no damage, increases defense by 3% and physical damage reduction by 3% every 6 seconds. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah. This defense and physical damage reduction increases per stack. I don't know if it goes up to 18% on both, or if they go up to 6%, and then it just gets up faster. I would assume that the max goes up to 18%, but I don't know. Maybe both do. The effect disappears upon taking damage, and then the trigger interval goes down by a second, so 5 seconds. Okay, so it's not bad. I wonder if this is something that'll like be affected during her awakening, so it doesn't disappear anymore. That would be pretty nice. Let's see. So Awakening 1, when deployed, gains 2 extra stacks of Egwin Aegis, so she starts with 4. So almost at max. That's pretty nice. Extra defense, which is great. Each stack of Egwin Aegis grants 4% extra defense. Because right now it just reduces damage taken. But now it also gives her extra defense, which also means extra damage. Not bad. All damage reduction plus 8%. And then her Awaken 5. When Egwin Aegis is generated by shield recharge, there is a 50% chance to grant 1 Egwin Aegis to the ally with the lowest HP percentage within 2 tiles. Each ally can have up to 1 stack of Egwin Aegis. So making the allies also take less damage on the next hit. I'm assuming, because her Awakening 3 gives the extra defense, but I'm assuming that extra defense doesn't translate to the allies, but maybe it does, I don't know. That's not bad though. Okay. Pretty decent defender, I think. And then for Venoma, you've got, so her, let's see, talent. She's got a 20% chance to apply curse on the enemies with her basic attacks. Let's see, cursed units are unable to perform basic attack, which is pretty nice. And that lasts for 4 seconds. Not bad. Then she's got her basic attack that deals magic damage to an enemy. She's got your normal magic damage dealer range. Her ultimate, after a short channeling, deals 480 going up to 560 AoE damage to enemies in the front area, which very unique. It's almost like Hollow Vortex, except for it's missing the 2 right next, or like, yeah, on the sides, I guess. And then inflicts Hex upon them. Okay. So I'm assuming it attacks everybody in that range, and then deals Hex on them. And it goes to 600 cost, which her Lord skill increases faction team members' basic attributes by 15%, reduces faction team members' skill cost by 25%, which also should include herself, meaning even though she's 600, that's 25% less would be 15 or 150 less. So technically her ultimate is going off at or it's a 450 cost. as long as she's, you know, your lord. If not, I guess it's 600, which is still pretty cheap. But 450 is really, really fast. And then increases allies' rage by 30% upon their first deployment. So she's also making them get to their ultimate faster. Pretty nice. And then let's see. The Olden Curse. When inflicting hex on an enemy, slows them down by 50% for 2 seconds, and it goes up to 4 seconds. So she can do a 50% slow, not bad. She has a decent chance for hexing, and then her ultimate will hex, so that will cost slow, I guess. And then Cursing Gaze. 7 seconds after attacking 7 times, the next attack deals 90%, going up to 110% extra damage and inflicting hex. So then every 7 going down to 5 attacks, you've got a guaranteed hex, bouncing to 2 more enemies. Does that mean that the extra damage and the hex bounces to 2 more enemies as well? So then she's technically doing this to 3 enemies? Or is it just the hex that's bouncing? I don't know, but either way, that's pretty good. And then she's also causing slow again. Okay. Interesting. Not bad. I mean, I guess it's a simpler kit than some other lords, but it doesn't seem like it's a terrible kit at all. Let's see. Her awakenings. So, enemies affected by hex cause 50% AoE damage upon death. So they basically explode. Then her awakening 2, attack plus 5%, and increases faction team members' penetration by 5%. Interesting. Awakening 3, Cursing Gaze also inflicts curse. Wait. She does hex with her skills and curse with her talent. That's what it is. Because curse is the one that does the unable to perform basic attacks. The hex deals 20% continuous magic damage per second, cannot be dispelled. So she's already dealing AoE damage on here, slowing everybody down, and then causing extra continuous magic damage on the people in the area for 5 seconds. It's not bad. So then this only triggers on the ultimate or during the Cursing Gaze. Okay. I wonder if there's more to her kit that plays with the curse then, because her skills only play with hex. Well, we'll see, I guess. Cursing Gaze. Okay, right, here it is. Cursing Gaze also inflicts curse for 3 seconds. And that's the every 5 attacks. So she'll also deal curse with the hex, and I don't know if, again, the hex and the damage bounce to 2 more enemies, or just the hex, and then now the curse as well, maybe? Rage region +1, and then basic attack target +1, so she'll hit 2 people, 2 enemies every time she attacks. Interesting. Okay. Again, I don't know if she has an exclusive. It'll be too long to try and find it, I think. But, yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. Very, I guess, simple in a way. But I think she sounds pretty fun. You've got other champions that are simple kits, but I think with the right gear and right setup. And I don't know if she's got, like, exclusive artifacts. Or not just artifacts, but gear. Because that could also come into play. But yeah, I definitely want to try her out and see what she's capable of. And at the very least, her Lord skill is pretty great. But there you guys go. That'll be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until the next video, guys, take care.